chug-a-chode
Chug-a-chode shots.
Chug-a-chode shot. Horrifying face. I don't want to be mean. Okay, you were meaner than me, so I feel better.
Old horse face.
When I woke up, I don't know what this means, but I woke up and I had tears in my eyes. I thought you were going to call me the love of your life.
You might as well be. God damn, I love you, bitch.
Well, hello there.
And how do you do, sir?
Ooh, in episode 22.
22!
Oh, wow.
What a fantastical number to come at us from a land yet afar. See, they thought old Saint Slim didn't have another trick up his sleeve, but they turned out to be wrong. It was the premise from which the Dapper Dad's Christmas weekend was born.
This is the whole episode?
Yeah.
You're talking old-timey?
Come sit on old Saint Slim's lap and he'll tell you the tale of a Dapper Dad's weekend.
Let me weave you a tale.
Let me weave you a tale as if it were a Dapper Dad's weekend where things got absurd. There was one out on the town, if you can imagine, 4 Dapper Dads.
Then what happened?
And then what happened?
All right. Welcome, episode 22, first of 2018. We are recording this in 2017, so I hope the world doesn't end on the first day.
I hope future us has made some smart choices going into the new year.
I know that I'm not gonna.
Me either.
All right, back at it like usual. We got a lot of shit to get into off top. Watch the video. We are heavily sponsored in this video.
Super
and we are
heavily
doing
sponsored.
Wild things.
Super wild things.
Someone's going to get burned. I'll say that much. Someone's going to get burned.
I got 5 hands at one time.
No. Anyway, so contact us at www.thedapperdads.com. Everything in a nice little package, every streaming source you could want. The shop for the merch is now included on the website. I know in the last episode I said we were going to do PayPal. We have an official website. There are 2 options. You can buy the shirt and have it shipped to you, or you can pick the local pickup delivery option where we will get the shirt to you to avoid shipping fees.
Make sure you hand deliver.
Yes, we will hand deliver. Most of you, if you're in the area, probably know us personally, so we will get it to you in whatever way works best. When you check out, if you pick the local pickup delivery option, just put in the notes a way to contact you, where you're thinking you can be contacted. We'll iron out the details. If you live elsewhere, we'll ship it out to you. Make sure you pick the right selection, whether you want to get it shipped to you or you want to do some local shit. Pick either or. Make sure it's the right one. We'll get it to you. But yeah, it's on the dapperddads.com. It's the dapperddads.com/shop. It's on the Facebook. It's on the Instagram. Get to it. Also contact us at dapperdadspodcast@gmail.com. And also call text 402-7-DAPPER, 402-732-7737. Give us whatever the fuck you got and we'll talk about it. And now we got that bullshit out of the way.
Thank God we can get into the meat of this episode.
We can get loose here.
Children, come back to old Saint Slim's lap and let him weave
first
you a tale.
off,
no,
before
we're getting
I forget,
into this jolliness.
No, before I forget, since it's the first episode of the new year, I just want you guys to remember how much we care about you. I'm a podcast listener. That's why I created a podcast.
Absolutely.
A bunch of these bitch-ass podcasts. Yeah, I'm going to say it.
Oh, we're going to say
it. Don't hold me back,
okay.
Slim. Here it comes.
Uncle Drama's coming for you.
A bunch of these bitches took the end of the year off. Oh, like several podcasts I listened to.
Oh,
like,
my goodness.
We're going dark for the rest. Or we recorded some just very generic shit for you. And now that this is out, how'd you like that bonus episode you got?
Yeah, you got
giving
2
you extra
episodes.
Shit. We have family shit and we still we record a week in advance. So things
when
are
you
off,
hear,
but we don't go one podcast I listen to is like, we'll be back at like the second week of January.
What are you doing with all that free time? You're telling me you can't sit down and come up with some premium content for your listeners?
It's very upsetting because I know some of you guys like need this shit on Fridays.
Right, this is what you look forward to.
They come out.
Do you know what's been
day?
horribly upsetting to me for the last? There was no new music that came out today, at all.
Francis and the Lights came out.
That's
a surprise,
man. That was a surprise, but like nothing came out at midnight, and I was heartbroken.
Yeah, you gotta everybody gets through the week in their own way, and if you're listening to this, you probably enjoy it every Friday. Until we sneak up and surprise you by not dropping one. But we're not taking no fucking breaks. 22 weeks straight we've been giving you this.
Yep.
And I listen to podcasts that need a little time off for their family or just to take a break.
This is my family. God
this is all I fucking have.
This is all I'm holding on to. I don't have anything else keeping me going during the week, for Christ's sake. So all I do is think about how many hands I can get on my hands this week and how many microseconds I have to count down before I can come back to the dungeon and be myself again. So praise God that going into 18, we're going to be giving you this shit for 52 weeks straight. And don't think for 1 second that this Dapper train's stopping, motherfucker.
Yeah, not to stroke our own dicks, but we love you guys, and I think it's a bunch of bitches if you can't commit to it. That's why we've never fucked up. We've recorded on shitty days where we have to make things work.
You
don't
even want to know what.
Listen to episode 13. For some reason, it's one of the highest ranked ones.
What we went through to get here today was bullshit.
Yes,
it is a horrific snowstorm.
And I have a long drive.
And I have a 4-wheel drive truck, and I was hydroplaning on the snow at one point with cars boxing me all in, and I was like, this is it. I'm going to die listening to Pick Up the Phone by Young Thug and Travis Scott.
It's always phone-related songs.
Not a bad
Don't
one.
listen to phone-related songs.
Don't listen to phone songs. You
car.
will die. That is a Dapper theory that we can test out. Suddenly everybody's like, yeah, Drama was listening to two phones when he died, and Slim was listening to Pick Up the Phone, and they both had phones in their pockets.
Oh God, conspiracy. So yeah, just talk a little shit. New year, new us. We're talking more shit because we deserve it. We've been wildly successful. That's why I just screamed wildly successful.
Wildly successful in 2017, and a more wildly successful 2018 is what's going to be happening for the rest of the year, folks.
We got some hot shit coming. Tell all your friends. This is the year. If you want to be a bandwagon bitch,
get on
it now. Be like, oh yeah, I remember listening to them early on. I don't really like the direction they went, where they started to be all pro kicking people in the back of the head. That whole movement they made was weird, but
I wonder if we can get. We're going to start a movement this year. I don't know with what yet, but we're going to start.
We're going to get real cultish. 2018.
We're going to be having hoods and all kinds of shit you got to do to listen to this show in 2018. It's going to be some
white guys can't have hoods.
No, yeah.
Someone ruined it for everyone.
Yeah, and I tell people
we'll have other decorative headwear for sure.
I tell people all the time. I tell people at work. I'm like, sorry, that's just the policy. The bad ones always ruin it for the good ones.
Yep.
And that's how everything
goes. So it's a couple bad apples. So yeah, let's touch on we had a little bit of an eventful weekend.
Let's put
stories to tell.
Let's put
nothing
it this
too
way,
wild.
Folks. On a personal level, in Slim's world, I decided that this past holiday weekend, as of recording, the Christmas weekend was going to be a Christmas weekend bender, because for several years I have not felt in the Christmas spirit at all. It just hasn't really felt like Christmas at all. And so I decided, you know what, if I spend lots of good wholesome party time with my friends and family, that should make it feel like Christmas, because that's what it's all about. It's about being around people you love,
people,
having a good time. So we started this weekend off.
Let's
as of the recording of the last
episode 21.
Episode 21.
We recorded that hot bitch in the middle of the day, like we said.
And after that, we decided to hit the town running.
Yes, the Dad Squad. Shout out Matt the God and Cole.
God,
just Cole.
I like calling him Lil Cole.
Lil Cole.
Lil Cole.
Cole the Little God.
Yeah, Matt the God and Cole the Little. Cole the.
Yeah, I call him Young Curd sometimes.
Young Curd.
He is a cheese curd aficionado.
Ooh.
Like, I'm not kidding with you. I've seen this kid eat many a cheese curd, and anytime I say cheese curd, his eyes and ears perk up.
Hey, young curd, give us a submission with the best type of curd. We want to talk about.
I think I know his top three.
What are the top three that you think?
Curd, bring it in. I don't want to get it wrong, and I think I know. So send us a submission.
Little curd.
Shoot a text to 4027 Dapper. If you have curd recommendations, we will look into them.
We will also take that.
He'll just be our curd correspondent.
Yeah, so pretty much if you're out there in the field and you have some supreme cheese curds you want to talk about, let us know. We'll get it to Young Curd and he will let you know what's going on.
Yeah, get curd with the cheese curds. Get me with your chicken and strawberry lemonade recommendations.
Get me with pretty much any of your vegan food recommendations.
Yeah, that one's real fun.
Yeah,
can't wait to get those.
Can't wait. Shut the fuck up.
So yeah, we hit the town running. We finally got around to Applebee's, which it's done now, but for the month of December, they were doing $1 Long Islands on Fridays. This had come from their idea of doing $1 margaritas, which apparently went over very well, so they decided to extend it into one of my personal favorite drinks. I don't do it very much anymore, but I will dabble with a Long Island.
I've had if you listen to the Drunk Tales episodes, the time I got drunkest in my entire life with you downtown was the result of several overly powerful Long Island iced teas.
Yeah, that's what I do to people. I'm like, try Long Island, try all the liquors mixed into one and see where that takes you.
That is so
Because I forget
good.
other people don't. I always have this problem, like, with like Jameson and like girls who don't drink whiskey. And I'm like, here, chug some Jameson. And then I almost killed him. And I'm like, sorry about that. I forget not everyone drinks
Jameson,
whiskey.
small bottles of Hennessy, crazy things.
Yeah, small bottles of Hennessy come through. We'll get into that.
Oh, that's going to get touched on.
But yeah, so we decided to give this a shot. We seen some online shit about how the Long Islands are watered down, or the margaritas were. Someone posted some Snapchats that work there, and they showed how watered down they were, which not shocking for $1 Long Islands. Are you expecting like top-notch quality, strong Long Islands?
I mean, and that's the thing. It amazes me that in 2018, with capitalism the way it's been thus far for the last several hundred years, that we don't understand as a people that you get what you pay for. And very rarely are you going to get something of good quality at a very cheap deal.
Yeah, there's something behind it.
Yeah, and I mean...
And even when you go somewhere and they have, like, cheap drinks, I'm usually like, this is going to be shittier
it's gonna be
version
watered down.
of... Yeah, watered down.
It's beer that's old,
Yeah,
like
some
it's
sort
not
of
gonna
garbage shit.
Yeah.
Like, you're not operating a business and just raking in the dough.
Yeah.
Giving like your best quality shit. Same shit with the food at Applebee's. I heard someone one time that worked at Applebee's was like, someone complained about the steak. It's a $9 steak and we make a profit. Like, what are you expecting that steak to be like?
Yeah, like what cut of the cow? Like, you're not getting Wagyu grade beef at an Applebee's. It's
not even cows, probably.
Yeah, man.
Fuck Applebee's food. I think I've said it before because I got very sick last time I ate there. It's not even a good option. But definitely had to hit up the $1 Long Islands. So we got a prime spot at the bar.
Absolutely.
Shockingly, Applebee's was not popping at 4 p.m. on a Friday.
Which was odd to me because you'd think on the Christmas weekend people would be popping for some $1 Long Island.
Well, yeah, when we left it started to pick up. But we had
I'm not going to put any names out on blast, but someone was supposed to come by an SNES Classic for me so I could have Long Island money and eventually another money for another activity we will get into in a little bit here.
Which would have come in very clutch.
Come in so clutch.
Because we didn't have a game plan. The game plan was $1 Long Island.
The game plan was there was no plan. We were just going to go out and see what happened.
Because like we've talked about before, like when we went to Chicago, I'm either very meticulous to a fault of
or
like what's going to happen, or I'm just like, we'll see where it goes. And honestly, most of the time, seeing where it goes comes out way more crazy. Like that's why I like to do that, especially if I'm if I'm in Rockford, I'm more liable to be like, we'll see what goes. If I'm in a different city, I need to know a gist of where we're going to be going, what we're doing, because it's just difficult to get around. I don't know everything. In Rockford, I learned a long time ago, it happens to me a lot at the end of a night when you've been drinking. People will present you with two options. One is like, let's just go home, go to bed, call it a night. Someone will present you with a weirder option. And I started taking the weirder option for a while there, and it's always a crazy time. Like I've had it like, we could just go home and pass out, or we could end up being up till 7 in the morning and go to Perkins after going to someone's loft where everybody's doing cocaine and just going crazy. And I went with that. I didn't do any cocaine. I don't do any drugs. People brought that up to me at your event that we were at that we'll get into. And I'm like, I don't do drugs. Maybe I don't say it enough. Don't offer me drugs. I don't feel offended by it. I think it's a nice gesture. You're going to share your illegal narcotics with me. Tight. I just don't do it. We can do a bunch of drinking. That's where I'm at.
See, my thing about drugs is that, they're always when the DARE program going up, which if I understand you still ride or die for.
Yes.
You still got still got the t-shirt on?
I wish. I want to buy one. Someone give me a DARE t-shirt. I wear XL.
Let us know. Make a 2X to get us some DARE shirts.
Yeah,
we
get
can
us
wear
DARE
on the
shirts.
show. But only if you can get me the one with the DARE lion on it. That's the one I want.
There is a Freddy Krueger DARE shirt that I've been trying to come across. If anyone somehow has the plug on that, I will pay you money for it. But yeah, I'll take some DARE wear.
Specifically, if anyone can find me the Acacia String Christmas shirt from 2008 that has the kid.
Oh, we doing shirts?
Yeah.
All right.
I got the kid from A Christmas Story.
10 quick ones.
It's the kid from A Christmas Story, and it's got his eyes X'd out, and it says, "I'll beat the shit out of you with a bag of soap." And I want that shirt so bad. I can't find it anywhere. If you have it. Also, my bitch of an ex-girlfriend who stole my Converge shirt, I want it back. But anyway.
Yeah, if someone wants to just text a number, I'll give you 10 t-shirts I've been looking for forever.
Yeah, if someone wants to buy us some like rare or out of print shirts, we would appreciate it.
Yeah, but we'll take the DARE shit. I don't do drugs. I drink a lot. That's where we're getting back
but
into
DARE
this one.
had me believe that like everybody was just going to offer you drugs all the time. But to me, it's like drugs cost a lot of money. So if someone's
offered drugs pretty regularly.
If somebody is offering you drugs, you should be kind enough to take them because that's their hard-earned money.
What's the craziest drug you've ever been offered? Anything like out of the norm? Everyone's like, "Here's my weed." I get a lot of like pills. One time, Shout out Kryptonite, R.I.P. Someone outside, I thought they were trying to dap me up, and then they're like, open your hand. I opened my hand, they poured 7 different types of pills in my hand.
Interesting.
And I was like, oh no, I don't do this. And then several girls were like, I do that. I don't know what they were. They didn't know what they were. So I gave them back to the man to give to the girls because I want no association.
Yeah.
I'm not giving people random pills. But I get offered like a good amount of shit. Get offered Coke a lot.
I've been offered a lot of Coke. Yeah, a lot of people.
Yeah, a lot of people do Coke. Stop doing Coke, guys. It's like barely
Coke
even
is
Coke
no good
nowadays.
Yeah,
like it's not what.
It's
a lot of shit isn't shit anymore.
No, I've been offered Coke. I've never been offered anything with a needle. Praise God, because I do not hang out with that type of crowd.
Yeah.
The Coke. Yeah, Coke is probably the craziest thing I've ever been offered. I've never been offered meth. I know a friend who one time I was like, hey man, what drugs have you done? And he's like, honestly, weed and meth. Yeah, and I thought it was a joke.
Just the 2 light ones.
Yeah, I thought it was a joke, and I laughed, and he's like, no, I'm serious. And I was like, how did that happen? And apparently he was at a party, and everybody was just like wicked drunk, like stupid drunk. There was like a keg, and people were just doing shots of bourbon, and yeah, just a weird.
I was there.
Drama was there. I was also there
offered the
doing
meth.
Bourbon. There was people,
bourbon.
and there was people just passing some meth around apparently. And he was like, "Oh, he's like, no, just try it, just try it." And he was like, "Okay," because he was drunk, and so he took. Yeah, that's pretty much what he said. And so he took one big hit of meth, and he was like, "Wow, this is fucking crazy."
Ruin my life.
Yeah, because he said like it's just crazy, and he got like itchy all over, and it was like shaky, and he's like, it wasn't fun at all. He's like, I don't see why people want to do that. You know, I've seen some crazy shit because I've been in some trap houses in my life.
Yeah, I've seen
people push like blow out of trap houses. I've seen a
lot of crack during an era in my life when I was in school.
Yeah, lots of crack. I've seen a lot of crack in my life.
When I was in high school, a kid showed me a crack rock. That was my first crack rock.
That
was my first crack rock.
That was the first one. One crack rock, please.
Yeah, I'm not gonna tell that story. Actually,
yeah, let's not tell. Let's not get.
I'll tell you later.
Okay,
it's crazy.
Great.
I know a kid that I worked with at one point who was a weird kid, and he said one time people were passing a bowl around and he hit it. And he was like, oh, it tastes horrible because someone had hidden a crack rock under the weed.
Lovely.
And everyone was in on it except him. And he was a crazy person, but a part of me was always like, maybe it was the crack.
Yeah, maybe it was the crack.
He like went crazy at work and was fired, and it was a weird time. And now I think he might be kind of a Nazi because he was like a German, and he's like one of those guys who's like, being German means I can be a Nazi, right? Fuck that kid wherever he's at.
I knew
what happens when you smoke crack, kids. You become Nazis.
Yeah,
both of those things are very bad and don't go in a good direction.
My dad had an apartment one time, and he said he was cleaning the bathroom, and he was like cleaning like under the sink out, and one of the fake drawers they have on like bathroom fixtures, you know, it was like loose, and so he was like, oh, I'll just pry it off and like scrape the glue and re-glue it. It was a fake drawer someone had made, and he found 3 bars of Irish Spring soap, a crack pipe, and 2 small vials of crack.
Nice.
I was like, did you smoke it? And he was like, never touched the stuff, just threw it out. And I was like, so a bum could find it. You made somebody's Christmas. Congratulations.
Yeah, I've been offered some shit. Nothing too crazy, but I've seen some shit. But anyway, wherever that all came from. So we get these Long Islands. I will say we had a nice bartender. She was kind of like feisty. At one point, brandished a flip flop.
Yeah.
Because I don't know, you were having a conversation, and she was just like, "Here's a flip flop. I'll beat people with."
Me and Matt the God were making jokes about like people getting rowdy off the $1, like how you get people out when they're getting too drunk.
Yeah.
And she goes, "Well, let me show you something." And she just pulled out like a chancla, and it was like,
I thought it was off of her foot, and I was like, "This
for
is
a second,
gross.
I was like, yeah, for a second,
disgusting."
She's like, but then she was like, "It's a joke. It didn't come off my foot." And I told her, I was like, "You should have pulled out a sawed-off shotty. That would have been more impressive."
She was like, my boss is over there.
Or I would love to.
Yeah. But yeah, I will say I had 4 Long Islands. You had 2? 2.
Yeah.
I think Cole was around 4. Matt the God had 7.
Which
he was just powering
I
through
did because I was just sitting there kind of sipping it because I was like, this kind of tastes like crap. And and then but like I just looked over and it just looked like he was drinking 1 or 2. I didn't realize she kept bringing them to him,
I was seeing where they were going, and that's what I was like, are we gonna do like how many we can do? Is that where the night is going? Are we gonna see where the night goes? I will say They were pretty weak. They were just in a pitcher, which was uncomfortable. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? Just a loose pitcher sitting out on the counter
Of
of the
Long
bar
Island.
of pre-mixed Long Islands, which if you're not into Long Islands, you want to give it a shot. When you go somewhere, they should be made in
Yeah.
front of you with like 6 types of liquor. You see it all
I
poured
want
in
to
it,
see what's going
strong.
into it.
If it comes out of a jar, it's not going to be very good or very strong. It's going to taste pretty chalky and like a certain taste. And they're not going to get you too crazy. I will say leaving, when I started driving, which kids don't drink and drive. When I started driving, I was like, oh, I feel a little something.
Yeah.
Because sometimes I've had this before. You sit at the bar and you're just going to town for however, like we were there a decent amount of time. I've had it before, specifically on a St. Patrick's Day, where I had my first Irish car bomb, which is a horrific, disgusting drink. I had never had it, and my buddy at the time, we're not friends anymore. Imagine that.
Fancy that.
He was like, you never had an Irish car bomb? So he did one of those horrible, it'll curdle if you don't drink it fast enough. If you don't know what it's Jameson and Bailey's and Guinness.
Yeah.
And you drop the Bailey's in the Guinness
And
and,
then you
Jameson.
just chug it all, and
yeah,
it's-
and
ugh.
it'll curdle because it's gross.
Yeah.
And it's not a shot because there's a shot being poured into other shit. So it's like a couple of gulps. I've done it twice in my life. First time I didn't know. Second time I was very upset, but a very nice man bought it for me and I felt obliged. Pretty much anytime someone gives me a shot, I got to do this. even
Yeah.
when I'm not happy about it.
So after that, we ended up going
Yeah,
to...
I will say that they did have a little kick.
There was a little kick.
There
yeah.
was a little kick.
So after that, we ended up going to...
I don't want to say the name
Okay.
of the person or
the establishment.
establishment
Okay.
because we got a good plug, which we'll get into, and I don't
Which we'll
think
get
that
into.
I think that was
Okay, yeah,
off
we'll
the
leave it
books.
alone. Okay, so we ended up going to a bar. After
Yeah,
this.
we were out,
out and about.
We were on the east side, which that's not our stomping grounds.
Yeah, let's
You
not
we
get into
stay
it too much.
downtown,
We don't need
but
people
we were
putting
out
pieces
there.
together.
Yeah, there's a lot of bars out
Yeah,
there.
there's a lot of bars.
So we have a mutual friend, and we were trying to go for, they have a happy hour.
Yeah.
And I think it's around 4, and we completely missed that, but we were like, we'll pop in there. We're out here, see what's
Yeah.
happening. So we get there, and he's working, and he's hooked us up before. Me and
Yeah.
Matt and Cole have went through before and gotten a nice little
And
plug.
what I felt was most wonderful about this situation was this is where the evening started to escalate, I feel like, because there was a distinctive difference.
It's the jumping off point.
Well, there was me and Matt sitting here, and there was a whirlwind of Bloody Marys and French fries.
Yeah.
And then over here, you had you and Cole, and there was a whirlwind of beers.
Yep.
And it was two distinct yet very good conversations going on at the
Yeah.
same time that bled into each other.
We kind of flip-flopped because at Applebee's, it was me and you talking a bunch, Matt and Cole talking a bunch, and then we flipped over, and both me and Cole got pretty deep in there, like we
And
like
then
to
me
do.
and Matt also got pretty deep
I
in
assumed
there.
so, but I had 3 beers. Cole had 3 beers. You had
I don't even know.
you had a
It
couple
was-
of Bloody Marys.
Yeah.
2 to 3, I'd say. Matt also matched 2 to 3 Bloody Marys with
Yeah.
you. You had a plate of fries that you guys shared. It was
Which was
weird when you were
beautiful.
feeding each other. I didn't expect that. But
I
the
mean,
drinks start
the
flowing.
ketchup was so
times
good,
happen.
and it's like he kept getting it in his beard, and I was like, "Oh, here, let me just get that off for you." And I took these baby hands, and I was like, and then I
Watch
like
the video.
watch the video to watch how I feed ketchup into your mouth through your beard with my baby hands.
And then on the way out, Matt was handed a Moscow Mule that was made with gin or
rum.
something.
It was rum. It was a rum mule.
Rum Mule.
And I think
just
that's
on
part
the way
of,
out.
I think that's part of what did it over the
Yeah,
edge.
that's where we're going. So for that total, shout
All of
out to
that.
this kid. He's submitted before. I don't know if he even listens, but big fan. 6 beers, we'll say 6 to 7 Bloody Marys, a rum mule, and a plate of fries. $8.
$8 American dollars.
It was cheaper than the Long Island.
It was
because it was
literally
essentially
cheaper.
$2 for each of us. And I was drinking a beer like casually talking to Cole,
Every
and
20
a couple
minutes.
sips were gone, and the kid was like, "You
Another
want
one
another
showed
one?"
up.
And like we probably could have abused that much more.
Like,
but we were
insanely.
all like doing the math in our head, like, what if we're paying full price for this?
Yeah, because we were thinking about it, and it was like, oh, because it's
Yeah.
it's a decent establishment. It's
Yeah.
not it's not where the riffraff hangs out.
No,
it's
not
no
at all.
Mary's place. Let's
No,
put it that
no,
way.
no. And yeah, especially with Bloody Marys, I don't know, but yeah, $8. Shout out to that guy, big fan. That was really, yeah, then when we left there, I think we were all like, okay, now we're like, this is where I was thinking the night would go. And then we were like, let's head downtown. Let's go to where we stomp around. And so we took the drive downtown, listened to pew, 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 and I thought my car was going to flip over.
Because good
everybody
Lord, we were stomping.
You were stomping. Because I do the same shit where I like pretend drum and I like tap my foot. And I thought your foot was going to go through my ground.
Like Flintstone
situation.
Yeah,
Cole's like hitting the back of my seat. Matt's just thrashing, throwing his hat.
Oh my God. The whole ride down there, it felt like
on
a pew, pew, pew
on a
album.
cold winter night.
Windows down. Four grown men just, we're getting drunk before we go out drinking.
Yeah, it was. We listened to probably the whole album.
Order a pizza.
Yeah, that one was good. So like, yeah, a lot of thrash in my car just moving. People probably thought two elephants were fucking in it.
It was
they saw
fucking
it from a distance.
crazy.
And so yeah, then we went to CJ's, which essentially at this point CJ's is my I don't know what I'm doing, but I need to be downtown. So we go to CJ's and then we figure
it's like
it
the
out.
meetup.
Yeah, that's like the best first place to go. That gets me in the downtown groove. We
Right.
can, the good jukebox, cheap drinks. The bartender knows me forever, so it's like a good comforting place. So I grabbed a beer. What did you get a beer too?
No, at this point in the night, I was. Oh my God, no, because this was the point.
Yeah, well,
yeah,
that's
I
what I'm
did,
gonna
but
get
it
to.
sat there.
Yeah,
forever
it sat there forever because what happened was
no. Okay, we got there and everybody got their drinks and we went back to the table and Matt the God at this point. We look over at the table and you watch the video for this. You got to see how he was sitting. Apparently this is something he does a lot when he's like had too much. He takes his fist like this and he puts his head down like this.
Yeah. It's like a thinking
and he's looking, and he looks like he's very.
It's like
deep
he's trying
thought.
to channel his thoughts into the table.
Yeah,
because we were standing there, and I was like, "What are you gonna get?" And he's like, "I don't know." And then he kept like looking at his phone, and I didn't know like what was going on. And then when he was sitting next to me, and he did that, I was like, "You good?" And he was like, "Yeah." And then a couple of minutes later, I was like, "You want me to take you home?" And he's like, "Yeah." So I'm like, "All right, I'm gonna take him home real quick, and then you guys stay here, and I'll be right back." So I get him out to the parking lot, go to get in my car. I'm in my car. I start my car. I look in my rearview mirror, and it's just him farther back in the parking lot. Big thumbs up, puking in the parking lot.
Puking.
And I was like, okay, he's had too much. That's what 7 Long Islands, 3 Bloody Marys,
I can't even
rum
imagine.
will
that
get
guy
you.
was.
Because he was slamming the Long Islands.
He
Obviously,
was.
7.
Man, like props to him.
7
too,
of even a week.
Props to anybody who can put in that much liquor and still function for a while.
This
that
is
9:30
at night, by the way.
Let's all keep that in mind because we were out late that night. We went hard pretty early in the evening. Because here's the time for the reference. We got to Applebee's at 4:30 in the afternoon. We left at about 6:30, so we were there for 2 hours. From there, we went straight to location undisclosed, and then we were there for like another 2 hours or so?
Probably
2 and a half.
We got downtown around 9:30.
Yeah, I didn't even realize how long we were there until we left, and I was like, "Oh my God, it's like 8 o'clock. And it's freezing outside."
Yeah, it was freezing. It was dark. It was wild. So yeah, I mean, even when the Long Islands are weak, I think just that much garbage in your body. You know what I mean?
It's not a good place to be.
Like mixed garbage drinks. So I get him in the car finally. And I'm like, "You good?" And he's like, yeah. And we get up the road, turn the corner, maybe a block. He's not good.
No, he is not.
And I'm like, "Just let me know. I'll pull over." I've puked out of his car. He's puked out of my car several times. We're trying to get better at like stopping. The one night we came back from Madison, he stopped a bunch of times just because I'm just like, "Ugh," and I didn't end up throwing up. But I could see it, and I'm like, "Just let me know." And then he'd kind of be like, and I like quickly would pull over, turn my lights off, and then he'd open up the door and puke. This proceeded to happen about 6 more times. Like it took me forever to get to his house because we're just pulling over, and he's puking. And I'm not the best at drive. Like my car is pretty like jumpy, so I know like. One, if I'm fucked up real bad and I get in the car, just the movement will make me sick.
Yeah.
And also, my car is like jittery, and I know because he was like, "It's the movement of the car," and I was like, "I know. I'm sorry. I'm not good at driving like this in the winter and shit. Trying to keep people from throwing up."
Yeah.
Finally, get him back to his house. Get him in there. Make sure he's good. Come back. It was adorable because I walked in and you and Cole remained on the same side of the table, and this had probably been like a half an hour of
at least,
me going.
And we had been talking the whole time.
I could tell you guys
literally
looked
the whole time.
so cheery. And
it could have been like some naked dance party going on. in there. It would just been me and him just sitting there. Hey man,
I walked in and I was like, "Oh wow, you guys are cute." And then you hadn't drank any of your drink at all.
At all. Were too busy talking.
You were busy talking, and I feel like you were feeling pretty good.
Oh, I was. It was a pretty lit evening, folks. Let's put it that way. At this point in the evening, we were just kind of hanging out, and we were just walking around, enjoying drinks, enjoying the evening.
Yeah,
and,
we went to the other side and started talking.
We went to the other side and we started talking. And I don't recall who brought this up.
Yeah, I was going to say, who did it?
Someone did it.
I don't think it was me.
I want to say it was me.
I feel like it definitely could have. Because it had been like briefly mentioned before. Yeah, the name of the establishment had been tossed out there.
Yeah,
so it was all in our minds.
We had joked about it.
Yeah, it was in our
it wasn't something. Yeah, it wasn't something where we were like, yeah.
I didn't think it would happen at all.
No.
So we went to a gay trap house.
It was incredible. It was bright pink.
So much coke on dicks. So much coke.
So much blow getting done off of dicks. That's what confused me about everything. And all the furniture looked like dicks.
Yeah.
It was like a big blow up couch that looked like a dick, and there was beanbag chairs attached to it that looked like balls.
Yeah.
There was
like Clockwork Orange.
The shot glasses were like short little chodes that had like Baileys in them. It was
chugging chode.
Disgusting.
Chugging chode shots.
Chugging chode shots.
Chugging chode shots.
Chugging 6 chode shots outside the trap house.
But no, what really happened?
We ended up going to a strip club, boys. It was the Dapper Dads' first time going to a strip club together.
The Dapper Dads do the strip club. Not that we didn't end up having sex. We
didn't do anyone in the strip club. We just went to the strip club. Now,
so someone brought it up. It was just said offhand. We're not going to shout out the establishment.
We don't want to give it any free advertisement unless they want to give us some of those wicked ass shirts they had in there.
We're going to get these shirts.
We're going to
the cat's going to be out of the bag, but we'll get to that. So yeah, someone jokingly tossed it out there. I believe it was you. And then it was one of those things where someone's like, let's do this crazy activity. And everyone's like, haha, that would be fun. And then everyone takes a few more sips and everyone's like, well, I'd be down.
But what if we
and then
did?
Eventually everyone's like, yeah, I mean, I'll do it. If
Why
you guys
the fuck not?
you guys are doing it, I'll do it. I mean, I'll drive all the way out. I mean, I don't care.
I don't do it.
And so, yeah, then it got to the point where we were like, well, let's drink these drinks and go. But we also, and this was a very smart move, agreed that we all needed food.
Yes.
And we were in the Los
Without
Portales.
the food, this could have turned into a mess.
Yeah, we needed the food. We were in the Los Portales vicinity, and we had already done a long drive, and this is a decent drive.
Yeah.
So we were like, let's get the food, and then let's go to the strip club.
Right.
Don't go to the strip club on an empty stomach.
Never.
So we hit Los Portales, of course.
Which is always a good choice.
Very good. Early in the night, so didn't have to wait for shit.
Not at all. Fresh,
great meal.
Hot, fantastic. So much better than the last time.
Yeah, it was better. I was
so
so full. I ordered too
full.
much food.
I did not. I got my usual 2 veggie tortas and slammed those bitches down like they were just a big packet of eggs on the pavement.
Yep.
Slammed it down like a foe.
So then we left, me, you, and Cole head out to the strip club. And it was one of those things, even while I was driving, I was like, are we really doing this? Because if we do have any listeners outside of the state of Illinois, in Illinois, strip club isn't a strip club. It's like a go-go bar. So they don't get naked. They get into some things, which we'll get into.
Which we will get into.
But they're wearing bikinis, like skimpy bikinis.
It's girls dancing in their underwear, pretty much.
Yeah,
or girls dancing in costumes. It's nothing fantastic. Picture a speakeasy in the 20s in 2017, and that's pretty much all it was.
Yeah, because I've been to a strip club 2 times in my life. The first one is in Wisconsin, which we had looked up to see how reasonable it was to drive there.
And it was not
would have been a horrible idea, but it felt like it could have happened as well.
It almost did.
And I went to that one. They're fully naked. It's a lot to take in when you walk in because you're like, yeah, I'm going into a building with naked women. But then when you get there, you're like, oh, I'm in a building with naked women.
It's like an eating contest because you're always like, I could eat 160 hot dogs.
And then they lay them out and you're like,
face,
that's
and
a
you're
lot of hot dogs.
That's 160
I didn't think it was going to look like this.
You're like, oh, yeah, well, if you think 8 are in a pack and then you put them in the bun. And then
you do a lot of math.
And, I didn't really think about step 2 here at all, guys, which is pretty much how we ended up at this strip club was we didn't think about step 2 when we got there.
Exactly. And so, yeah, we got there and we were like, this is either going to be really awkward or really awesome. I think it fell somewhere in between.
It felt comfortably
good group
in between.
Of people.
Yeah.
We were like a cover. Obviously, there's going to be a cover for the strip club. When I went to the good naked one, it wasn't even good. Strip clubs are weird.
Yeah.
It was $10 to get in, so we had agreed. $5 was the dollars we were really willing to put forth for
this particular establishment for what we were getting. $5 was the limit.
For anything where I'm not seeing full-blown nudity, we'll do $5.
Yeah.
So it ended up being $3, which I don't want to harp on, but is the weirdest amount of cover. Then the more I thought about it, I'm like, maybe that gives more ones to the person coming in. You break it 10, they probably give you 7 ones. Because I was like
20,
frantically like at the bar trying to break some change.
See, I broke mine at Portales. That's what I did. I just asked her.
I wasn't prepared. I don't have a lot of ones.
I wonder if she was like, these guys are going to the strip club.
I mean, I used to play poker with some friends, and I would go to the bank and be like, I need like 50 ones for the poker game, and that just looks like...
It looks sus.
Yeah. I had it one time when I worked, where we worked together.
Yeah.
And a girl bought like some TV or something and paid me in all ones. And she goes, it's not what it looks like. I'm a waitress. And I said jokingly, everyone says it's not what it looks like, even when it's exactly what it looks like. And she got very pissed, which led me to believe it was what it looked like.
Yeah, because why would you get defensive if it wasn't
I thought
what
it was funny.
Like? Yeah.
And she did not think it was.
Well,
so we pay our $3.
the shoe fits, I guess.
Yeah, we pay our $3. The bouncers were extremely nice. I don't like a lot of
bouncers I've ever met.
And they're like, "Can we pat you down?" Joking with us. They joked with one of us a lot.
They joked with me quite a bit.
Yeah.
They joked with what are we calling him now? Young Curd.
Yeah, young Curd.
Yeah, young Curd. They joked with him. The dude was hella nice. He looked kind of mean, like a bouncer should.
Yeah.
But when you talked to him, he was very dry. He was joking. He made it feel very comfortable when you walked in.
Which
I
is
like
what
that.
you want at a strip club. He let us go smoke cigarettes, no problem at all.
Yeah, man, he stuck his head out at one point with his vape, and he was just like, just blowing clouds. I was like, Cloud God, and he was like, yeah.
So we get in there. It is immediately strange because I didn't know the setup, and it hits you. I feel like every time you go to a strip club, as soon as you go in, you're like, okay, now I'm seeing
I'm here.
Now what's going on.
Yeah.
I didn't know what to do. This was your first strip club experience,
ever
correct?
in my entire life. Yes. So when I walked in, I felt like I was in that part in Suicide Squad where they're in the club and there's like the animals dancing in the cages and the Joker's just there like, hey, you don't want no beef. Terrible movie. But it was surreal because at this establishment you had the bar, and then the stage was at like a little bit of a raised level.
Yeah.
But the two were connected. So if you're looking at the stage, you can get down. The bar connects to the stage, so the girls can like go from dancing on the stage and crawl around
on the bar.
Because what was happening,
which was something I've never seen before. Good tactic.
Very good tactic. Because what was happening throughout the night is the girls would come up from where we were sitting. If you're looking at the stage, they come up on the right hand side, do their dance, and then they'd crawl across the bar and they'd get more tips as they crawl across the bar. It's like, that's smart. Get some more tips being up closer.
Definitely a very efficient system.
Right.
A lot of mirrors, so I thought it was much bigger than it actually is.
Very small building.
Very small.
Incredibly small.
So we, of course, do the thing when you don't know what you're doing and sit right up at the stage. There's probably 15 seats right against the stage. On the end, there was a large man who seemed very stern and was not tipping the strippers. He seemed like he knew what he was doing. We do not know what we're doing.
No, we did not.
So immediately, there's a lot of fog. I don't want to harp on this too much.
Oh, you harped on it the whole goddamn time, so why don't you just go ahead and get it all out?
I don't like the taste of fake fog shit.
Clearly.
It gets in your mouth. At one point, I couldn't see a stripper. That's how much fog was
That was
being poured
infuriating
out.
because Cole gave her a bunch of money.
I know.
And then they shot all that fog everywhere. And it's like, why can't we see what we paid for?
You paid enough to make this bitch disappear. God, if I had that in my real life.
If I had that in my real life, we could have made Paris disappear.
So yeah, it was funny because I was just sitting there. It was me, then you, and then Cole. And at one point I look over and Cole's just throwing the ones, but they're doing that weird wind thing where they just come back at him, so it looks like he's tipping himself.
Yeah.
And like just throwing them weird. We're all out of touch with this.
Yeah. It was embarrassing. We're just a bunch of dads sitting there.
Yeah, it was a very dadly activity.
Didn't realize how much I like Nickelback until that first song started playing. I'll tell you what.
I think, we all learned what kind of girls we're into because I
we
was
did.
not interested in that girl whatsoever.
No, see, because you liked the one that came in after we came in from the cigarette.
Yeah, that was the only really attractive one in my opinion. And it's like she was waiting for us to leave.
It's literally like she was waiting for us to leave. It was almost like she was pinpointing us.
Yeah,
she knew the Dapper. She was a fan of the show.
Yeah.
She knew the dads were coming out.
I don't want to get into this.
Oh, Lord.
But while we were sitting there early off, a couple of girls had come and gone. And I mean, to really break it down, I feel bad because they were getting like $3. Some girls, each of us were giving them $1. You make $3 to just jump around with your goodies out or in, basically. And it makes me feel bad. I'm like, you should be getting more money. I don't want to give you more money, but I wish there was more money happening.
Right.
For you.
Like I wish it's like when you go by a weird little local business that does something specific and you're like, well, I want you to get more of what you're doing, but like it's not my thing.
I'm not interested in this. And you feel like sometimes they come up and it's like demanding, like, now I have to give you $1.
Yeah.
At least two of them were like, here's my ass and you owe me money for it. And I don't like feeling like it's forced. Like if I want to give you money, I'll give you money.
Sam's Club gives me free samples for a reason because they want me to buy the product.
I came in with probably $13, so I didn't have
Yeah,
a
right.
lot
Like
of
we
throwing
were coming in.
I didn't have a lot of walking around.
I don't want
money.
anybody to think this was like some kind of
No,
like
we all
Ray
came.
Sremmerd video. We were very
Well, like
broke.
had we been prepared, I could have
whipped up
come
60.
with a little bit.
Yeah.
But we didn't know where we were going. I
No.
didn't have cash. I'm not going to the ATM at the strip club. I'm not falling into your goddamn trap.
No.
But what did happen pretty early on is a woman approached me because I was on the end.
Yes.
Okay, body. Horrifying face.
Old
I don't want to
horse
be
face.
mean. Okay, you were meaner than me, so I feel
Old
better.
horse
Old-
face.
We'll call her old horse face.
Rode wet and put away dry since '93.
And there was a lot of makeup, and she snuck up on me. She snuck up on
like
me.
a cougar.
And she goes, "Hey, sweetie," or something. And I was just very
The
blunt.
only
And she
thing
got-
I will respond to if a stripper sneaks up on me is if she goes kerchow right in my ear.
Yeah, she approached me at alarming, and she goes, "Hey, sweetie, what are you doing?" This is one of my problems with strippers. They ask you stupid questions.
Stupid.
Because she was like, "What are you doing?" And I was like, "What does it look like I'm doing?" And she was like, "Are you looking to have a good time?" And I was like, "Isn't everybody?" And I just kept responding like that. And she was like, "Do you want to spend some time with me?" And I was trying to be nice, like, not at the moment. And she was like, "Well, it's only $30 if you want to." And I was like, "I'm good." And she was like, why not?" And I was like, "I'm poor. I have no money on
Yeah.
me." And she was like, "You don't have $30? And I was like, "Shockingly, no." "Do you still want to talk to me?" And she was like, "Well, let me know if you want to later." And I was like, "Yeah, if I make more money somehow," which comes into play. And so, yeah, we watched a few more, and we went outside and smoked a cigarette, came in, missed the one attractive girl, in my opinion.
Yeah, but I mean, still got to see her dance.
Yeah, got a little bit.
She got the most money out of everybody, which made such a juxtaposition with the end of the night when we get to it. Because at this point, this was the girl I saw get the most money. She had the biggest ass, hands down, out of all of them. And there was just men just throwing handfuls of money at this girl. Like, it was ridiculous.
Well, yeah,
it was clear she was a club favorite. There was absolutely no other way it was going to be.
There was a couple guys who came in and obviously wanted to flex a bit. Because they were literally throwing, and not like a gross amount of money, like realistically $50 maybe.
Yeah, but
total
it was
throughout several girls.
handfuls.
But yeah, because you throw $5, it looks better than when we put our measly dollar. One man, and this is where it comes into play. We don't know what we're doing, so I see a lot of guys like grabbing the ass and shit that I feel like I can't, because all you ever hear is like, "Don't touch the strippers."
Right, because
a lot
they'll
of them
kick you
I
out.
don't want to touch, so
Right.
it's fine. We have an agreement here.
Yeah.
One man was like motioning something. There's a lot of little things. I learned at the first strip club, if you put it like the long ways, you get something. If you put it like facing them, you get another thing. We don't know any of this.
No.
One man was trying to do something, and the stripper, I guess, understood. So she makes him turn around in his seat, which swivels around, put his head back with the dollar bill on his nose, and she grabs it with her ass.
It was
and all of us were like, "Oh,
We were like, "We've
there's a
been
lot that can
doing this
happen."
wrong.
There's a lot that I didn't know, which I would have been very upset if I would have went to give $1 and she was like, "Turn around." And I was like, "Oh, this is probably fun." And then just an ass from some of those girls. Yeah, ass clapped on your nose.
Yeah, because some of those, and like, let's just be 100%.
There's not a lot of people
Let's be
I want their
100%
ass.
honest here. Most of them were skinny white girl asses. And
Oh, yeah.
that is not the ass you would want clapping and grabbing
No.
a dollar off of
And
your
then they
face.
put it-
That's just a fact.
I have a problem with G-strings inside of a lack of an ass. It's not a good ass.
It's not a good. It's
no,
not my
no, it's not a
ass.
good aesthetic.
It's
We'll
not a good
say it for real.
aesthetic.
Yeah, ass the tick. That's
Ass
the only
the-
way I remember how to spell that
Boy,
word.
it's not a good
And we have to
aesthetic.
spell it a lot now.
Yeah, on everything
On
because
everything.
that's our aesthetic.
So yeah, we were watching some things. We got a table. We figured someone would come up to us, figure it out. At one point, one of the girls previously in the evening was walking by, and she grabbed me and put something in my shirt and said, "There, you made money." And I felt like it was a quarter.
Because
and-
you want more money. You want more money. You got whole money.
And I pointed out a quarter that was sitting up against
Which
the
means
stage,
somebody-
Which means someone threw change.
Just
Yeah.
like flipped a coin at
You know
her.
how to snap quarters?
Oh,
and
yeah, where they,
pennies?
like,
Do you think
snap.
someone tried to snap it in the ass crack?
Snapped
And
it,
just fell there.
snapped it on an asshole. Just
And it ate it. And then it spit it out.
bing.
So yeah, I seen a quarter and I'm like,
Ricocheted off the mirror. Pting.
yeah. So she puts it in my shirt and I didn't want to deal with it in the moment. So when she walked away, I reached into my shirt and she had given me $1. So I got paid like a stripper to be at the strip club sitting at a table.
Which is a rare cosmic event that you should treasure for the rest of your life.
know.
You
That's
have
what I've been telling
blessed like a
people.
common, sir.
That's what I'm telling people. I'm like, I made $1 to be at the strip club, and I didn't give that $1 back because I'd stopped giving money out.
And you
at this
didn't
point.
dance or anything.
No, well, then later she kept looking at me, and they were playing something, and I was doing my patented shoulder dance at you, and then I turned over, and she was staring at me, so I just made hard eye contact with her and did my shoulder dance, and then she screams, "Don't quit your day job," and then danced in front of us, and I was like, well, my job isn't doing that, so of course you're better.
Yeah.
You want to come do what my job is? Talking to some piece of shit in his face?
Make it like a wife swap, except it's job swap.
Yeah,
You get to go
job
be a
swap.
stripper. And
She comes here.
And she gets to go work at undisclosed drama job.
This is my job. She comes here and she talks to you.
Oh, and I'm just like, so, ass the tick?
Yeah, she's like, you want to see my ass?
And I'm like, no, can't we talk
Our
about like...
views go up like 1,000%.
I'm like, can't we just talk shit like it used to be? And it's just like a horrible video of me being like, and just
And
like her
we
shaking
get like
her ass.
millions of views, and I'm like, you know what? I think we're gonna keep going with this. We started monetizing the YouTube, so I'm just gonna step back. I'll be a proprietor of this establishment,
And it's eventually just going to be videos of
strippers.
just strippers that you take me out eventually. You're like,
Yeah.
so
We could do 2 strippers instead of 1. The views double.
People are just keep telling you, they're like, yeah, I bet you could get like more viewers with 2 strippers. So
Yeah.
I'm like, sweet, I get to be on camera with 2 strippers, and you're
We're
like,
just smoking
no.
cigars in suits in the back.
Our hair slicked back.
Bitch, did I tell you to stop twerking? I got 45 more minutes of this.
The beginning is just bam. The beginning of the show is damn. How long do I have to keep dancing for?
Shut
for as
the
long
fuck
as I
up.
fucking tell you.
Yeah. All our hair is slicked back, which mine would be very weird.
Mine would look
My
fine.
hats are greased up.
I've got like a big old
"Oh,
nice pinstripe suit with
Yeah.
a jacket on with like a fat, like comically big
Yeah.
cigar. I'm just like,
We're on 80s cell phones for some reason, like the big ones.
We look like the yuppies from American Psycho, but like,
Yeah.
yeah, dance for us, Candy.
And then we cut them up. Anyway.
Too far. Far too far. This is not how we're going to start 2018, by talking about chopping up strippers.
I think it's the perfect start.
It is the absolute perfect start to 2018. Get ready, folks.
It's all stripper chop.
This is all pre.
The new podcast from the Dapper Dads, Stripper Chop. I
that
chopped
be-
that stripper into
Can-
15 pieces.
Can that be episode 22, the Dapper Dads, the
Stripper
stripper chop?
Yeah, I think so. So then you were approached by the woman who initially approached me.
I was also
There-
approached by this woman. And when
Because
she
I do want to say I thought all the strippers would try to approach us.
Which
I started
is
to feel
interesting.
I started to feel self-conscious.
So I feel a little ugly.
I was getting the girl who wanted the drinks because she'd bring me a beer and then be like, "You want another beer?" And I'm like, "Bitch, no, I'm still drinking this beer." Because the best thing is you can call them bitches. It's in their job
Which
description.
strangely for a man who says bitch enough in his casual talk,
Yeah.
like I will not call a woman a bitch
Yeah, I
even at
won't
the strip
either.
club. No, like I'm not like that. Like
Maybe if I paid for a lap dance,
Like,
behind closed doors,
yeah,
I'd be like, put it on me, bitch.
and even then
So I
I'd
didn't get a lap dance.
be
I know
like,
what
yeah,
I'd
I
become.
want that stupid bitch. Like
You have a hard time saying it. You're like, I want that stupid bitch.
I want that stupid boozy stay on basic trick.
Yeah.
Yeah, shake that ass for me, trick.
So no one comes up to us except this woman,
Except
who
this
I
one
thought, until we get into it later, I thought maybe she's just the girl that comes around. And I
Yeah.
only saw one guy get a lap dance.
Yeah.
Like, we didn't get to see him do it, but he looked like he
Yeah.
needed a lap dance in his life.
Yeah.
So yeah, you were approached by.
I was approached by this woman, and she comes up to me, and she says the same. She gives me pretty much the same.
Oh,
she's-
yeah.
So what are you doing tonight? And I was like, just chilling, just hanging out.
You were very like casual with it.
Yeah, I was like, just
watching the show.
I was like, just hanging out with my boys, taking in the atmosphere, having a good night, celebrating the weekend before Christmas. I was like, what are you doing tonight, hon? What's going on tonight? She's like, nothing, just working. So you trying to have a good time? And I was like, hey, isn't everybody trying to have a good time?
I like that we both said that too.
Yeah. And I was like, hey, isn't everybody trying to have a good time? And she goes, yeah, so $30. And I was like, maybe another night.
Yeah.
And she was like, really? I was like, yeah. I was like, I just don't think I'm trying to have that much fun tonight.
Yeah. I'm trying to have this much fun, and your fun is.
I was like, my
fun.
phone's like right here. I was like, but hey, I promise you, when I come back later on another day,
When I come back without the other two,
I was like,
and
what's-
I spend my whole paycheck,
I was
and I
like-
don't tell anyone what happened.
and I don't tell
'cause
anyone,
This is my thing
and I can't
now.
pay my bills, and all I do is spend my whole life there, and it gets creepy because eventually they're just giving me baskets of fries, and they're like, sober up and leave, please, and I'm like, nah, I live here now because this is where I spend all my money, so technically it's like
You're
rent and
waiting-
housing.
You're waiting outside, like, when do they open?
Oh God.
Strip club at 3 p.m. on a Tuesday.
Ooh, a sunny Tuesday in
Sunny-
March.
yeah.
Ooh. Ooh, God, that's depressing.
Oh yeah.
Oh Lord. So anyway, I pretty much
Do we say her name?
Well, I mean, we have to say what we said at the end
Yeah,
of the night on the
exactly.
drive back. So we don't know if this was.
You found out her name.
Her name-
full government name.
Well, because at the end I was like, hey, maybe not tonight, but she asked me if it was my first time there, and I was like, yeah, I've never been before.
Oh yeah, she asked me that, and
she
I
goes,
said,
ooh,
no,
a virgin.
Yeah,
It's
she
like,
says the
don't
same
be
thing to
talking
everyone.
like that. Like
she
this
said,
is high
ooh, virgin in my ear and touched my thigh.
That
and I
is
was
high
like, I wish
school locker
everything
room talk,
stopped.
and there's no place for it within the dad squad.
Yeah, I didn't need that.
But no, I was like, hey, you know what? I'm not really looking to have that much fun tonight. But I will definitely look for you next time I come back around. So what's your name, hun? She goes, Paris, and I was like, all right. Oh, like the city.
Yeah.
I was like beautiful, just like the city. I'll ask for you
One
next time
night
I'm
in
around.
Paris. That's what you should have said.
We were staying in Paris. To get away from your parents, and I thought, wow, that woman looks really fucking old. But the body's a solid 3 out on the terrace.
But the best part of possibly the whole night is there is a whiteboard.
Yes.
And I also want to pitch in, if you haven't been to a strip club, it happened here. It happened more graphically at the first strip club I'd been to. They got to wipe the pole down for health reasons.
Yeah.
So at the first one I went to, it would just be the girls coming out and just like spraying Lysol on it and just wiping it down aggressively. This one, they tried to work it into their dances, which I thought was a nice touch. They don't want, because it really takes you out of it. When you watch
Yeah,
a
you're
stripper
like,
strip,
oh, what are they wiping
and then
off of that?
Yeah, then they wipe it down. You're like, oh. So there's been an issue at some point where every strip club was like, we got to start Lysol on the poles because some shit is breaking out bad.
Also, just in case people didn't know, I'm going to ruin your childhood. The pole spins, not the girl on the pole. So,
Is that true?
Yeah,
I don't believe that.
that's very true.
All right, let's go back and see. All right, episode 22 is done. We got to go.
All right, boys, we got to...
Call 'em.
Okay, all right.
Tell them drama's coming.
Tell them Drama and Slim are coming back, baby, round 2.
They're like closing down.
Call Paris.
Call Paris. She has my number. I found her on Facebook. Oddly, it's just under Paris.
Oh, God.
I thought you had to have 2 names. It's Paris.
Her cover
Paris the stripper. One word.
cover picture is the Eiffel Tower, but it's like her face photoshopped over it,
yeah.
like Paris was in Paris.
But the best part, yeah, there's a whiteboard with someone has written the roster on. So
Yes.
I didn't realize how late it had gotten. Everywhere we were at, time just flew
Time
away.
flew
So
insanely
we were there until close, and we're looking at the roster, and we see Paris going up there, and we're like, oh shit, she does dance. And we look at the roster, and there's a couple names under her, because we're like,
Yeah.
well, surely that cannot be their closer.
Surely
you
they're
know
not
what
gonna,
I mean.
you're not going to
There's
finish
no
the night
way.
with,
Yeah,
because
with Paris,
because there was some impressive dancing. I just
Yeah.
want to say, okay, outside of the aesthetic, outside of everything else, outside of the half naked girls, there was a lot of talented dancers up there. There
there's
were some girls up there
impressive
with some
moves.
impressive
Yeah,
cores.
Takes a
who-
lot of core
because
strength.
you can tell the girls who work for it and the girls who don't. And
Yeah.
there's some girls out there who were dancing in a very fantastic way.
Yeah.
And I'm not going to take that away from them just
Yeah.
because they're strippers.
Or
What
if they're
proceeded to happen
unattractive.
next
Well-
was the equal equivalent of when you would go to the circus as a child and they'd be like, and now the majestic elephant, and the elephant would come out and it's just like but da 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 da, and the elephant is just like really sad and walking along, and they're like the ferocious lion, and it's on like a chain, and it's just like plodding down there like but da 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 da
Well,
da,
to even
da.
preface this, the men who had thrown all the money had left.
Yeah.
The other men who had just been on the corner sitting there
left.
So it is an empty stage of chairs. There's a couple people at tables, us included. No one's really paying attention. Some other guys had like some strippers at the table talking to them. So we were watching, and then very quickly you're like, oh, this is definitely the lowest point of this. Like, I feel
Yeah.
very bad. At one point you were like, she just took a sip of water.
Because what happened was this girl wasn't even dancing on the poles. She was just like sulking around
Yeah,
the stage like a
sashaying
sad,
around
sashaying, that's the perfect word
Yes.
for it. Just like
Very
this,
depressing.
like grabbing her boobs, and then at one point she had like her butt and she was playing with it, and it's like this is
uncomfortable.
very uncomfortable. And at one point, one of the girls came up, handed her a drink, and while still sashaying, took the drink and just started drinking it while like pulling one half of her ass
And it was
apart.
great because
And
you're
it's
like, she's just sipping water.
yeah, because it's like
I didn't pay a $3 cover to watch a stripper sip water.
You're goddamn right I didn't. Not in fucking 2017, and hell is sure shit not going into 2018.
Oh, yeah.
If we go back to that strip club and I see Paris dancing, drinking water, I'm going to that very nice bouncer and I'm going to say, listen, bro, you can either give
gotta
me my
kick her out.
$3 back
You gotta get
or
her
you got to
outta
get her out of here because this is not how I want my night to end. This is sad.
Yeah. So then they're like, last call, that's it. thank you for coming. And we're like, that was your closer. That was your grand
That's what
finale.
you closed with?
Paris. You gave us Paris.
Well, at least we'll always have Paris.
Yeah, that's what. Yeah, on the ride back, every time we leave a thing and we have like just car talk, driving us back somewhere. That's what we need to be selling as like a bonus
Is
episode.
the car talk.
Is us just because we were fucking. I thought we were gonna kill Cole because at one point I was like, it got quiet and I was like, well, boys, we'll always have Paris.
And we all died because it was
so
just, because
that whole car ride was just hilarious.
Because it was like this weird tension when we left because it's like you feel kind of like sweaty and like jacked up and because like
you feel shame.
Well, yeah, you feel
Good layer of
no,
shame.
I don't know what shame feels like at all. That
I
can't
felt
be.
shame.
No, I felt like jacked up because it's like I saw all these. It's like being at a buffet where you can smell the food but you can't touch the silverware, and so like I'm all jacked up and
the silverware.
yeah, well you can't like you.
But you're like silverware.
Well, I mean, you can't just be going up to a buffet and eating with your hands. You got to get your plate and shit like that.
I will.
Man, I mean, that's fair. For what, sir? Don't take the steam tray, sir. Only
I'll
time
do
you
whatever
ever
I
get.
want.
Only time I do whatever I want. I'm a dapper fucking dad.
You gotta lift up the sneeze guard to sneeze underneath.
Yeah, exactly. That's why it's a sneeze guard, because you have to fight the guard to get to the sneeze salad.
Exactly. But yeah, it was one of those times where just the whole day coming to an end, you're like, and that's what
it was. It was the
do.
culmination of everything, and it was like 2 in the fucking morning.
Yeah, it was.
We were just jacked up and everything, and but like we were all kind of quiet. It was almost like a bomb waiting to go off, you know?
Yeah.
And we're just
We all had
pulling
to
out of
think
the
about what
parking
we
lot.
did.
Yeah, we had to think about what we've done and the horrible things that we did that day, and then like it just goes, well, we'll always have Paris, boys. And like it's just like the straw that broke the camel's back. And Cole, I thought he was gonna piss his fucking pants. I thought I was gonna piss my pants because him laughing was making me
I wanted
laugh.
to crash the car just because it was a perfect moment.
It would have been the
We all
perfect
shoulda
evening
died.
if the weekend had stopped there. But gentle listeners, that was but day one.
I forgot we even had this other thing.
That was but day one
That
of
was
what
Friday.
the Dapper Dads did on this Christmas weekend.
In this 2-part episode, next episode we'll get into
Yeah, we
Slim's
might
party.
as well. Holy shit.
Just kidding, bitch. We don't do that.
No, fuck that shit. We ain't taking no goddamn break in the New Year's because the day
fuck
after
your
that-
favorite podcast. This is your favorite podcast.
Damn right.
Gunshot sounds here. I'll edit
Gunshots,
them in.
fire, gun sounds at God.
That's what I try to do.
Pew, 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 pew,
So
pew,
yeah,
pew.
the next day. How did you feel the next day when you woke up?
So okay, so I got home. I was thoroughly messed up. I just
Scarred for life.
Scarred for life. I just got home, took a shower, and crashed because I had to be at work at 10 a.m. the next day. Yeah. So I went home, got about 3-4 hours of sleep, and worked for 9 hours straight. Got off at 6:30, and then hosted Slim's.
Well, that's what. When I woke up, I don't know what this means, but I woke up and I had tears in my eyes. I woke up and my eyes were so wet, and I was like,
because Paris is such a beautiful view that it's breathtaking.
I was just crying in my sleep.
You get very emotional.
I woke up and I had to wipe my eyes, and I was like, "What the fuck?"
That was your body preventing pink eye because you breathed in way too much smoke.
Smoke, ass particles, which is my new favorite name. Yeah, we saw Paris, we saw candy, then they brought out ass particles. And let me tell you,
Ass
I wasn't
particles.
sure, but ass particles really shook up the room.
I was saying I didn't know what I was into until ass particles came out.
So yeah, I woke up with tears in my eyes, and I felt interesting. I wavered. I had some food. You're not like hungover, you wake up fine, but then you eat like a big meal finally, and then you feel like shit. I felt horrible after I ate. I felt so bad. I was like, I don't know if I'm going to be able to give it at your party. I felt like this. When I watched the video. It's also what my dick looks like.
Constantly.
Anyway.
Just 4 baby. How long is your dick? 4 babies' hands. Don't tell girls that. They will get incredibly
It's not
sus
far
about
off.
you.
Anyway, so yeah, you had a wild rager that I showed up
throw
to.
Slim's annual ugly sweater party. So what my party consists of usually is I will cook a bit of food so that people can have something to put in their drunk bodies before they wander back out into the world. I'll decorate with some streamers, throw together a perfect playlist, and have some movies on the TV for people to enjoy. I love hosting. I love entertaining people. So it's
Good host, good house.
I do what I can, and it
Good music, which we at CJ's, one of the things we did do, which I think ate up a lot of time, and now I'm remembering, is we crafted the perfect playlist.
Yes, which
between
is-
me, you, and Cole, the Kurd man.
which, if you are interested in checking it out, it is a public playlist on Apple Music. It's called A Very Dapper Christmas.
Yeah.
The playlist
It's full
cover
of slappers.
is
5 hours of slappers.
it's a picture of Santa Claus holding up a list, and the list says self-esteem, thick golf, GF, and hella doinks. So If that doesn't describe what the 3 boys who made this playlist wanted for Christmas, I don't know what does.
Yeah.
So yeah, check that out on Apple Music if you'd like a taste of what the party was like.
5 hours of slappers. More slappers than we could even get to.
So I also had hosted a Halloween party earlier this year, and
you guys have heard about it.
More people showed up to the Halloween party than they did the Christmas party, but the quality of people at the Christmas party was...
The shenanigans.
The shenanigans were quite
charts.
fantastic because it was a good mix of people. We had a slapping playlist downstairs. There was a lot of drinking to be had. There was several points in the evening where the dads were just...
screaming.
Just rapping and screaming at each other.
A lot of yelling. A lot of dancing.
Young Kurd was out here flexing his dance moves on everybody. And let's just throw that out there. If you've never seen Young Kurd dance before, it's
one of my favorite things.
It is like watching a master performance. It's like watching Jordan.
There's not even words for it.
It's like watching Jordan play basketball or like Kanye on stage or something.
I have seen him dance so many times, and he still throws out moves I didn't know he had.
The freshest moves I've ever seen in my entire life. It's like what describes him is like the aesthetic of the music that we all listen to. We got the good mix of the new shit, the good mix of the old shit, the mid-century shit, like, and his dance moves incorporate all of that, and it's perfect.
And he'll get right into the dancing when everyone else is feeling like, oh, I don't know, I don't.
No, he will just go right into it. He's got no shame about it. It's beautiful.
Dancing. We went to an 80s dance party, and he was just out there with moms, just going to town. I think a mom grabbed his dick. It got wild.
It was wild.
I've seen him dance a lot. I'm still always blown away.
Also, shout out to another avid listener. Lemmy was there at the party.
Yes, shout out Lemmy. I finally got to put some faces to some names.
Yes.
So the people I met, depending where I was in the night, I might have been a wreck towards the end. I don't know what I
was
said
also
and did.
a wreck, which...
I was erect towards the end.
I was a wrecked whore at the end.
Yeah, we did a lot of things.
Yeah, we did bitch everything at that
party. Shout out Lemmy. We had a lot of nice conversations. It's good to meet such an avid fan.
Yeah, fantastic supporter
and
of the show.
I put some other faces to submissions mainly, and it was good to meet everyone. I hope I lived up to your expectations.
There was a crazy drunk dude that showed up who ended up crashing at my house. One of my buddies showed up, and he got so fucked up so fast that he ended up passing out most of the night and slept in my Pompazon until about 4:30 in the morning, something like that.
Yeah, that guy was going through
I ended up being up all night because I was just so jacked up. I ended up being up all night watching Undercover Boss on Netflix. Which, man, let me tell you something.
Got weird.
Yeah, the night got super weird after. At one point when the night was ending, everything was because you know how you can feel when the party's starting to like come apart at the end, like
when I leave.
Well, it was when you were getting to leave because like it was such a big group of people that were leaving, and it's like you all left, and it's like everybody was drunk, and then it just got quiet, and I was like, oh shit.
Yeah, but the quiet changes your life.
The good thing about my house, though, is something that I try to do. I'm a very, very tidy person. I'm a very, very clean person. And so I try to keep my house immaculate most of the time. And so my house was immaculate before the party. So pretty much everything was just throw away and wipe down afterwards. So literally I went from trash party house to clean, immaculate house again in a half hour at best, even like with getting all the shoe prints off the floor and everything, because it was...
Shabby.
Yeah,
those blood-covered shoe prints were weird.
Yeah, there was some weird shit going on at that point. Yeah, I can't account for the bloody shoe prints at all. Nobody fussed up.
Size.
Yeah,
exactly. But
you know, and your tread.
Isn't Cinderella, bitch.
But I'm not.
I remember shouting that
here.
as I was asked to leave your house.
Yeah, there was a lot of things you were shouting when you were asked to leave my house.
Okay, we'll get into that,
sir.
One thing that if I can really pinpoint what type of party this was and how wild I got, I took a shot of vodka.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't done that since I was a teenager.
For what it's worth, I was walking around offering shots to people, and at the Halloween party, I was just pouring it into people's mouths.
Well, at one point you screamed, "Who wants this poured in their mouth?" And it was referring to vodka, if I'm correct.
No, you're not.
But yeah, I didn't even want to do it, and then someone did, and then I was like, fuck it, I'll do it, and we all did it together. And yeah, I just like... a shot of vodka really like paints the picture of a party. Yeah. Because like I said, I haven't done one since I was a teenager. I love vodka. I don't mind taking a shot of it, but it just doesn't come to... That's like some shit you do when you're like 16. You're like, I'll take a shot of vodka. What vodka? Any vodka.
Just
I don't know what I'm
plain old
doing.
vodka.
Yeah. And I took it, and I was like, wow. I also brought this, watch the video, this very small bottle of Hennessy.
Super
it's the
small
cutest
Henny.
Bottle of Hennessy.
Because anything is possible with a little bottle of Henny.
Yeah. Shout out Hennessy. I got a little bottle, and I drank most. I think I gave several people had never had Hennessy.
Yeah, which was crazy to me
Yeah,
because how
so many people. Cole hadn't even had Hennessy.
But I mean, we're kind of like we're like hood kids though, so like
yeah, I guess so. That's what I was like. Yeah, this feels like you should have.
yeah,
drank
like it feels like the
Hennessy
people
before.
who hadn't had Hennessy should have had
Yeah,
Hennessy.
so I gave away a couple nips of Hennessy, but
a couple of nips, he says, as people were taking giant swigs out of this baby bottle of Henny.
well, yeah, because that bottle is weird and it like kicks it into your mouth. That's
Yeah.
what you got to pour it because the mouth hole's so tiny and it like bubbles and shoots in there.
Yes, it does.
Yeah, think about all that.
And that's what happens when a man loves a woman, man.
Yeah, that's how babies are made. So yeah, glad you guys learned something.
Wow.
So yeah, I was doing fucking shots of vodka, just drinking straight Hennessy.
Would you say the party was a success in your
Oh
opinion?
yeah, I had a great time.
Because of course, as like the host, I want to be like, my party was great. It was so
Yeah.
much fun. But as a
I'll tell you
spectator,
guys,
was it
wasn't
good?
that good? No, it was good. I enjoyed the
Man.
smoking. The smoking room is a nice touch to
Yes,
get
because
away a lot of good
here-
conversations.
here
at
is-
one point, this paints, like, I think this explains where I was at. I was smoking a cigarette, and I was like, I can't do this anymore. If I get so drunk I can't smoke a cigarette, it means I'm very drunk. 'Cause
Yeah.
I love to smoke cigarettes and drink. It's like my favorite thing to do. And I smoked like half of it, and I was just like, I can't do this. And I gave it to someone because I was just like, I can't have this anymore. Then I hit that point, and then I think shortly after that I was like, yeah, we could probably leave. And I asked Cole, I was like, you gonna be ready to go? And he was just like, I'm so drunk.
Yeah, everyone in the whole squad was drunk.
Yeah, we were very. I was. Yeah,
The Cosmic Mom was the drunkest I've ever seen her in my entire life.
Shout out, Cosmic Mom.
Cosmic Mom was looking at me. She had her glasses like this, and she's telling me some stories up in
Yeah.
the smoking room, and she's just talking to me like
Yeah,
this.
she gets in a good place.
It
I
was
love
fantastic. I loved it because I've never been around Cosmic Mom when she's
Yeah.
been like fucked up.
I don't think
before.
you've seen any of us like that.
No,
And
it was actually a lot of fun because
Yeah.
it was so good.
There are a
for
lot
me.
of pictures and videos of me just staring off into the distance.
Not to get like mushy about it, but it was
Let's
nice
get
having.
mushy.
Well, like
Smush our
it was so
genitals
nice
together.
having y'all in my house because it was like to me, like I'm a homebody. My house is like my livelihood. Like that's where I give a lot of my love to people from, is like what I have in my home. And
Yeah.
so it's like to be able to offer my home to my friends, and they're, to see my group of friends that I love and care about the most standing in a circle, shoulder to shoulder, going, "Don't call me stupid, that ain't the way my name pronounced," was so good for me just as a person. That's what really, because if we're going to take a look at my Christmas meter here, like we were talking about in the beginning, day one, went out to the bars, went out to the strip club with the dads. That was a pretty fun festive activity.
Yeah.
Second day, Christmas party. Meter was at about 50 to 70% here because it's like all my friends standing around in ugly sweaters, just singing and rapping at each other and just getting fucked up. And it's like, that made me so happy to do. So party was a huge success. If you were there, thanks for coming out. I was just so happy to share the love of my home with my dear friends. So please.
I thought you were going to call me the love of your life.
You might as well be.
God
God damn, I love you, bitch.
Woo! Another.
Just kiss me already.
After I told you.
Don't kiss me.
Why is that vein in your head
stupid.
so big?
Because I love you, bitch.
I thought the vein in your
This
pants
is where
got bigger.
that's the same vein. It's connected.
One vein to rule them all.
One vein, like the one heart I have to give to you, bitch.
Another one of my favorite things: smoking room. Smoking pretty quickly starts happening.
Here is
That's
a
what
trick.
the room's for.
Here's a trick I would like to give to everyone who throws a party. Have a smoking room if you have a 2-story house, and have it upstairs with the window open, because nobody likes their house to smell like smoke.
Yeah.
But in the winter, nobody likes to go outside to smoke. So
And
if
you
you're
lose
gonna-
the party. If it would have been outside, there would have been like 5 of us out. Then you have the outside
Constantly.
conversation,
And
and
then
then
the
they just don't even
inside.
come in.
Right,
I've had the
yeah.
last party we threw here in the dungeon. It became like half the party inside, half the party outside. Then the cops show up if you just have a bunch of rowdy people outside screaming, smoking cigarettes, and drinking, yelling, and just touching each other's genitals.
Always with
One
the
of my
genital
favorite.
touch.
I mean, that's the kind of parties I'm into.
I mean, that's
one of my
not the kind of party
favorite thing-
that I throw, but you always turn
You
it
weren't
into that.
always there.
I
touched
just because I'm there
genitals.
doesn't mean that I approve of it.
I went to the bathroom and I
People
touched
were
my
touching
genitals.
boobs. There was boobs that were
Boobs
out. And
being
the boobs were being touched, and the boobs came out, and there were boobs everywhere at this party.
But in the smoking room, smoking starts, and then we're like, "Where do we ash at?" And you're like, on a towel. There's a towel on the dresser, and you're like,
Man,
just
I
hash
was
on the
see,
towel.
I was pretty.
And then I was
pre-gamed before people got there because I was like, I gotta get fucked up because I had a really stressful day and I had to like throw all this food together in this house together in like an hour and a half before people showed up. So I was like, I gotta get fucked while I'm doing this. So I got fucked while I was doing it, and then yeah. So by the time everybody,
well, I
showed
love
up,
that. And then I was like, well, then what do we do when the cigarettes are gone? And you just went, yeah. And then you were like, oh. Looking around, and I'm like, get a red Solo cup. You got a bunch of them. You have punch.
Yeah.
I'm like, put some. Should we
Lovely.
fix that?
Yeah, go ahead and fix that really quick. I'll keep the story going while you fix that.
We'll just pause it because I'm in the middle.
Okay.
The video, someone fucking texted me and made the official equipment we use fall, and we're gonna keep this in the video.
Yes.
Watch the goddamn video. We'll be right back.
Do you get it?
No. All right. Anyway.
Fantastic.
So yeah, the video it's full, so there's no more video. But
Sorry.
that I probably didn't even record that drop.
No.
Anyways, so technical difficulties. We're back. We just sat around for 3 hours crying.
Yeah.
Anyway, where I was at, I told you to go get a red Solo cup.
You did.
And fill it with water to put cigarettes in.
Which I did.
It's fun when you put a cigarette in water because it goes. Tss. You came back with a shot glass red Solo cup.
You didn't
which
specify.
I didn't know that was an option.
Well, you got to be specific with
It
me.
ruined the party. I think it would have taken 3 cigarette butts to fill it. And yeah, that's all. All I have to say is negative things about your bullshit party.
Thank you.
Now that the video's not running, I feel free.
Thank you.
My shirt's off. The other thing is
My pants are off.
I know. I'm shirts. Your pants. It's like when you play basketball, shirts and skins. That means my shirt comes off and your dick comes out.
Oh, is that how we play it?
Yeah, I hate when you jump too high and your
When-
dick slides down my chest.
When does my friend's uncle grab our dicks?
That's afterwards. That's fun time.
Okay, yeah,
That was too much. I
that's
think.
the,
Another thing, you presented me with gifts.
yes,
I
did.
want to get into this because you presented me with gifts as I was walking out of the door,
Because
which means
what
I was at
happened-
maximum drunkenness.
Because what happened was I had put the gifts aside earlier in the night because I didn't want like people to be like digging and find them, and I didn't want like you to get like drunk and like go to look for like a napkin or something and find them like in my kitchen.
I'm not looking
so.
for a napkin. It's not my house.
That's fair. Well, I figured you would feel comfortable enough in my home as one of my best friends, but whatever. I guess we're not at that level yet.
No, not napkin house level.
Okay, that's fair. I guess we got
Not
about,
the level where we make a house out of napkins.
I guess we
That's
got about
later.
136 more episodes before we get there.
Episode 157.
Write it down now, folks. By
12,
episode
14.
158, find out if Drama and Slim are friends by then.
Hopefully not.
I hope
But
not.
yeah, so you
Fuck
presented
that
me
guy.
with gifts. I have a question about one, and I
Mm-hmm.
have a story about the other. Do you want to explain what they are for the people? Do you
So,
want to explain what the first one is for me? Because I don't really know what I was looking at.
so the first gift that I gave you was a Cars stationery set
Okay.
I found.
I knew it was Cars, but I was
Because-
like, I don't know what these things are.
It was just something dumb in Cars, and so we had the Cars thing when we started doing the show.
Yeah.
So it'd be cute.
I got it,
then-
and it was funny. I just couldn't understand
what
what
it
it
was,
was
yeah.
at the moment.
And then you slipped it into your PBR case,
I
which
did.
was majestic.
I was going to
in and
bring
of
them
itself.
here, but I don't remember where I put the PBR case. I know I have it.
Comrade Bone Daddy got left at my house.
Yeah,
He will be
a
back
lot of-
next
I
week.
left a lot of my dignity there,
a
but
lot.
I'm going to need it back. I don't have a ton left overall.
I have already feasted my life source off of it, and you
Okay.
can have the bones back.
Perfect. Dignity bones.
I love a good dignity bone.
Dignity bones.
Comrade
The
Diggity.
Dapper Dad's dignity bones. Losing some dignity, put this bone in you. We'll work out the details.
No, I feel like what it would have to be would be like snake oil. So it's like, check out the Dapper Dad's Dapper Bone Powder. Make your bones. Are your
Dusty old bones full of green dust.
Doesn't even make sense. Why are the bones green? God, I fucking love King. Shout out King of the Hill. Shout out Mike Judge, man. I love that
Yeah.
shit so much.
And then
The
your
second
other
gift
gift.
was so if this is your first time listening to the show, God forbid you hopped in on this episode.
Weird.
Really weird. 22. What a
Bad
strange
choice.
number. But if you listen whenever we put things on blast, we play an air horn sound when we put them
For
on blast.
example, what's something we could fuck right now? Not like that. What's something we could?
Man, what's something bad we've experienced did we experience anything bad during all this shit? I'd say it's pretty much nothing but straight up good times.
We could say fuck Applebee's overall again as an establishment.
Yeah, fuck Applebee's.
Yeah, fuck Applebee's. So that sound you just heard.
Yeah.
That's what we do when we put things on blast. We used to do it a lot more. We're getting too many. We're becoming a business at this point.
Yeah,
so
it's a brand.
yeah,
you got to
it's a
get
brand.
it established.
I'm not a businessman. I'm a businessman. Let me handle my business. Damn. I saw a funny thing about that quote.
Say I'm a businessman, but I'm a dicker down, then I'm a dicker up.
Yep. I saw a funny thing about that Jay-Z quote. Replace business with another word. And someone said, I'm not a boner, man. I'm a boner, man. Let me handle my boner. Damn.
I like that one better.
It is.
Make that as a freestyle over the helicopter song.
Beautiful.
And under any circumstances.
So, what did you gift me with?
Rockets to the wall. No, I gifted you with a shitty little air horn that we could not figure out how to work at first. But what it ended up being, I don't know if you guys have ever seen like dollar store junk, but the way these...
I'll show you some dollar store junk.
Oh, I got some straight up...
back at the dollar store.
No, man, I got some dollar store junk right here. But the way the air
You thought those were ding-dong prices?
You thought ding-dong prices? No, think dollar junk prices. That could be the Dapper Dad's dollar store would be Dapper Dollar Junk.
Too much.
Far too much. For $1.
That's our quote?
Yeah,
far too much for $1.
For $1. A Dapper dollar. But you can only spend Dapper bucks there.
Yeah.
But it's like
our faces on
it's
it.
like Bitcoin, but like there's no transfer. Like you pay like $1 for like...
Get it now, and then a couple years later, right? It'll be good.
$1 American dollar is 2/6 of a Dapper dollar. So everything you're paying in...
They have our faces on it, like $2 bills. Yours are like literal money. When you get one of mine, it means you owe me $1. So yours are like green and happy, and mine are red and sad, and you owe me $1 if you get a drama dollar. Secret, they're all drama dollars. Then we just make money.
Yeah, exactly.
I got so many business ideas. I am a businessman, not a businessman. If you don't enunciate it right, it's all just the same.
But the way this particular air horn worked is you have to... what is it? You pulled out the bottom and you had to like pump it, and when you pumped it, it was
it's kind of like a bike tire like inflator,
yeah,
like a ball inflator. How you
Yeah.
push that thing up and the air goes through, and it makes that sound. I could not figure it out, and then someone grabbed it and did it, and then I was in that drunken state.
As an animal.
No, well, first I was like, oh, I get why he didn't give this to me earlier, because I would have been drunk, and I think I got 2 out, and then I just ripped the whole bottom out. A spring fell out, and I just had the pieces, and I was like, no, how does it work again? Like a child, and I think it's fucked. Maybe in a sober state I can
Who knows?
put it back together.
Maybe, and we could use it on the show.
Yeah, we can have the live air horn. But yeah, I was instantly like, oh yeah, I know why he wouldn't give this to me earlier, because it would have just been a lot of air horn.
That was Sober Slim taking care of drunk drama.
Yep, and then drunk drama couldn't even function it.
Because drunk drama can't function anything, in case y'all thought he could.
Hey, all drunk drama knows is pull out.
And drunk drama can't even pull out of a driveway or get a pizza out of the oven, per my understanding.
What?
What? Are you going to sit here and fight with me about your pullouts?
Examples.
Give me 3 quick pullouts.
Oh, okay. How messy do you want them?
Give me the sloppiest.
Oh, I've got a good one. I'll tell you after. No, what?
For
I can't pull out of the driveway or
$40,000.
pizza?
Yeah.
When?
We're going to have to talk about this after the show, because I don't think...
These real stories?
Are they?
I don't know.
Are
You're
they?
convincing. I've burned a pizza at a party.
Picture yourself in a realm where your pullout game is so weak you can't even pull a pizza out of the oven. This is the Dapper Zone.
Does it mean I burn it, or I just physically like can't pull it out, or you're drunk and you try to pull it out with your hands like Grandma's boy?
Okay,
and then you're like, don't do that.
Here's my because my thing has always been when I'm like making euphemism about people's pullout game. I either say they can't even back a car out of a driveway, or they can't even pull a pizza out of the oven.
Okay, I thought these were real stories, and I was like, I've probably had
those are my
both of those
euphemisms.
issues.
So when I picture, like when I say, motherfucker, sorry bastard, can't even pull a pizza out of the oven, I'm picturing like a guy who takes like throws the tray out, but then like puts other garbage on top of it and is like, fuck. And so he tries to get it with like a spatula, but then he like burns his knuckle getting it. And so he like digs the box out of the trash and like wipes the juice off.
And then you get it out, but then it flops on the floor.
Yeah,
and then
because like
someone's got to slit their neck like Gus in Breaking Bad.
It's like it just gets so rough. And thank you for spoiling Breaking Bad. It's only been on Netflix for 7 years.
Have you ever had someone drop a pizza that you can't wait to eat, or any food? One time my dad
no.
dropped Friday's brand spinach artichoke dip. You can get it in the freezer section. It's
Yes,
great.
you
It's
can.
one of my mom's favorite things.
So
My
good.
dad flopped it out of the microwave and ruined a whole month of my life.
The one time I had
3 quick dropped meals.
I had Mother Nature pull something very wonderful for me. So when I saw Star Wars Rogue One opening day in theaters, those, and this is very specific.
I'm not gonna get the references. I've
Okay.
never seen Star Wars.
No, it's not Star Wars.
I didn't know that.
No,
movie
this
came
isn't
out.
a Star Wars.
All
thing.
right, if it's a Star Wars podcast,
It's not a Star Wars
3
thing.
quick characters: Chewbacca, Han Solo,
R2 Doomy,
yeah, R2 Doomy, and the other one,
Darth Invader,
Darth Invader.
Obi-Wan,
There we go.
Obi-Wan Combone me.
God, why are these on deck for you?
These are all on deck for-
I'm ready in
C-
case it comes up.
C-3PO.
All right, this is very amateur level comedy.
I got Lord of the Rings ones too, if you want.
no. What was happening?
So
What were we
okay,
talking
so you know how like you go to the movies and they like if you're like an IMAX thing, you get the poster with it as like come see the movies. We're
about? Sure.
desperate.
I can't see movies anymore.
Okay, so they're desperate for
In
people to go
theaters.
see movies, so they're like, we're just gonna give you shit. And
Yeah.
so if you go see like IMAX stuff, that's where my Ghost in the Shell poster in the living room came from because I
Okay.
saw that in theaters and they were like, have a fucking full size movie poster to put in your house, and I was like, thanks, this is gonna be hard to find a frame for. And it
I
was.
love getting something for free that I have to work and pay money for.
It was so hard. I spent $30 on a frame
Yeah.
because it was the only frame I could
Framing
find that was
shit,
big
man.
enough.
I know. Framing people's easier than framing products.
Yeah,
let me
literally.
tell you that.
Framing you is easier than framing
Oh, I'm
product.
very frameable.
Super frameable. Technically, the dads are probably the most frameable people
Yeah,
you've ever
we've given
met.
you too much
It's
information.
far too much, and especially for the people that are paying for $40,000 for the
Oh, yeah.
secret episodes, they have so much stuff on us that they can't even begin to explain without paying $40,000.
Exactly. Go buy that.
Don't do it.
No, buy it. I need $40,000.
Yeah, buy it.
$20,000 split.
Shit, me too.
Shit, me too. Finally.
But so we were, so I was leaving the theater, and they have those soda machines where it's like the 20,000 combinations, you know?
Yeah.
And they have a Minute Maid berry punch that I've only been able to find in this
Oh.
specific machine.
I think I've heard you.
And they've had them there, and
rant
they've had
about
them at the
this.
Wendy's. I love this juice. This is like my strawberry lemonade. Like
Okay.
this is
Now
like
I
my
know.
drink. It's like
Now I'm on board.
the berry punch from these machines. And so of course we got like the big drinks because it's a long ass movie. And of course I filled mine up with punch 4 different times and
I
just
know
chugged
where this
it.
is going.
And so
Oh, you've told me this story, and it's great.
I know. I just want to tell it on the show. And so we were leaving, and my sister goes, "Hey, I'm not gonna want mine. Do you just? I know you really like that drink. Do you want to fill it up?" And I was like, "Oh my god, thank you. That's like the best gift you can give me." And so it was a very windy December day, and I was leaving the theater, and so in left hand, big old thing of fruit punch, right hand, big thing of fruit punch and a poster. And so I'm trying to walk with these drinks very close to my chest and hold this poster at the same time. So I'm like clutching the drinks like this with the poster like my 3 fingers here pinched very tightly. There's no video because fuck whoever texted you. I'm going to find out who you are. And I don't even know what I'm pointing at this point.
Yeah,
It's just
we're
audio.
yeah.
And so-
we're doing a lot for nothing.
And so
Welcome to the story of our podcast.
Good. So I'm the story of my fucking life doing a lot for nothing. And so I'm holding it, and suddenly the wind catches the poster and it goes, boom, like, you know, when like wind just like
Yeah.
like when it catches your car door on like a bad day and it just smashes
And you
into the
hit
dude
the-
beside you, and
yeah,
you're like,
yeah.
oh, pasta Maria, that's unfixable.
Glad they're not here.
And
You're
don't
just trying
do
to
that,
buy a
kids.
Rancid CD.
Yeah, that's all I'm trying to do is buy a Rancid CD at the mall. This is getting really specific.
Rancid CD at Media Play, and the guy's sitting in his car, and you're young and you don't know, and you don't want to tell your mom it happened. He's staring at you, and you don't know what happens under these circumstances. And the Rancid CD isn't even that good.
Wow. And so it catches the wind, it goes boom, and it pulls the poster, which I managed to keep in my death grip of 3 fingers, but it turns out a pinky and a thumb cannot hold like 48 ounces of fruit punch.
You want to bet?
And no, I don't want to bet because it took it and it like went flying out of my hand because my arm was being pulled by the poster, and I was like, no. And then there was just fruit punch in an empty tumble cup just just tumbling across the parking lot. I'm like, I can't even run and catch it. And so I had a berry stained Star Wars poster, which is worth nothing now, but at least I had a big old glass of fruit punch when I could have had 2. Moral of the story, kids, don't expect anything good ever because God will take it away from you.
That seemed like that hurt you a lot.
It did. But
you go to a therapist, and that's the only thing you talk about.
Man, therapy. I don't even want to talk about therapy at this point. This is my therapy because it's cheaper than paying for shit.
Yeah.
Even
Just
though
put your life on blast for strangers.
That's all we fucking do. I can't wait for the wrong person to hear this show and confront me about this stuff.
I had someone recently. I'll tell you afterwards that I didn't know would listen to it. I've had a bunch of people recently, and I'm like, oh no, you're hearing this?
Oh no.
Because what I do is shut everyone out of my mind.
Yeah, same. And I like literally.
And then it's been like three people recently, and I'm like, oh, yeah, everyone can hear this.
I was thinking
and
about
I've
that
said
on the drive over here. I was like thinking about it. I was like, there's some people that I know have listened to this show, and I don't think they know me like that. Because when I come and do this show, I shut everything else out. Because to me, this is just me and my buddy sitting here having a conversation with each other. Because this is who we are. It's what we do.
Because we forget that anyone can hear this.
Yeah,
and everyone.
And that's what maybe that's.
And the goal is for so many people to hear this.
Yeah, the goal is for complete strangers to hear this and judge whether they want to spend their time listening to this.
Yeah.
Getting too deep. This is way too dark.
Yeah. This is too inside of itself. That's us puking from the anxiety. I can't deal with this.
What if I just had a breakdown right now? Like, what would you do if I just had like an emotional...
We would keep rolling.
Man, we might as well because we record everything on this podcast.
Yeah. Because you guys just heard that bonus episode.
Yeah, you did. How fantastic and shitty was it?
It was definitely interesting. There's some gems in there.
And
we only had to cut out 3/4 of what we said.
No fucking kidding. Good Lord. Do we want to touch on the submission that we got?
We might as well because I said in the last episode we got in, we were saving it. So this is going to be the first submission that we got, and we're going to tiptoe around. And you've heard the submissions that we talk about, so we're pretty open. Send us whatever, and we'll get into it. This is a little too specific.
Here's the thing I want to... Do you have it pulled up where we can read it?
I don't know.
Okay.
I can pull it up.
Yeah, go ahead and pull it up while I'm explaining this. Because, okay, so what we all do things in life.
I feel like the submission even hints at things. I feel like we should just not necessarily read it.
Okay, so I will address the person who submitted this. It sounds like whoever did listens to the show quite a bit. Sorry, it's these long dancer's legs. I can't help
kicking
it.
a microphone in my mouth.
I'll kick a lot of things into your mouth if you're not careful.
You're gonna kick them,
including teeth and balls.
You're kicking teeth into my mouth,
yeah.
So I have more teeth.
No, I'm kicking your teeth deeper into your mouth.
Don't do this. I work too hard on these.
I will shove a bottle inside of you, and I will kick you until it breaks.
Wow, that's probably the worst thing you've ever said to me. And you've said some things.
I've said some terrible things to you because I love you, bitch.
I'm getting a complex.
Okay, so
now I can only associate love with anger. Oh wait, my life.
Oh wait, yeah. That's why I fight with everyone.
Funny jokes, right?
Funny. Try to get close to me, ladies. All I'll do is fight with you and ruin your life. All
right. So the submission.
Okay. So the submission.
Yes, we appreciate you listening.
Yes, you were a fan. I want to say that I do cherish the memories that we do have together. It has been quite some time since I've seen this friend. It was during a very different period in my life. I just want to throw that out there. I was a very different person. I was around completely different people. Because if you've listened to the show quite a bit, I mentioned that, I've had times in my life where I'm around a lot of people and then I cut that whole thing out, It's because you just...
Sounds like a setup for something way worse.
Well, you really just
Capital murder.
You really just try to move on to better things in life, and you just try to be a better person. And that's not saying that the people I don't talk to anymore are bad people. It's just that we're all riding different waves. It's just we're at different spots in life, and
we're
really
riding different horses that are riding different waves.
I will say one of the best memories I have of us is specifically when me and this friend were hanging out with another friend that he lived with. And they lived right down by the river in undisclosed location.
In a van down by the river.
In a very nice house down by the river. And we would hang out outside and play basketball and stuff. And we just walked around the neighborhood one night for 3-4 hours. Ended up at the mobile station and just got a bunch of bullshit. We were trying to get a Sixer, but somebody forgot their ID, so we couldn't get any beer. And we just walked around the neighborhood just talking shit and having fun. And it's those were the kind of days that as you get older and you just work more, you just kind of start to miss because like don't you miss just like
I miss a lot of
bullshitting?
times in my life.
Right, yeah, and it's like this was one of those times where I look
My
back.
whole life is looking back at better times in my life.
Pretty much, yeah.
Well, like more carefree times.
Right, and that's
I
what
still
it
have
was.
really good times with people, but there's a lot of restrictions.
I will
on
say that my friendship with this person was very carefree, and we were honestly, man, if I ever see you like in person again, like
I'll fight you.
Oh no, I'm not gonna fight
I'll
you, man.
fight you with love.
Drama will fight you, but I will hug you, man.
I
We
won't
can
fight
sit and
you,
talk.
probably.
I would love it if we could hang out and just get together sometime and catch up, but I do understand how life pulls people in different directions.
This is very targeted.
That being said, well, I want to address the person,
Yeah.
you know, because they made the
we
submission.
appreciate the submission, but
Yeah, and I do.
we cannot confess to certain things on the podcast.
Right, and so this particular submission had us looking into the statute of limitations, and like I said, different age. And it's nothing really bad.
No.
It's just things that are
hood rat things.
they're hood rat things.
And we'll
yeah.
talk about hood rat things, but I don't like bringing up specific
I don't like painting anyone in a bad light.
Yeah, there's a lot of things with this
I'll
one.
paint companies in bad light and
Yeah.
like people who do me
I'll
wrong
paint
in a bad
myself
light.
in a bad light sometimes.
Yeah.
Like we do say a lot of shit. We're pretty open, but yeah, there's hood rat shit I've done that I'm not going
to talk about on the air. Yeah, there's just some things that you don't say, and this is one of those things where I feel like while legally, in case you're curious, it is past the point where we could talk about what we did, so we could talk about it on the air and not get incriminated for it. But I do not want anyone whom I respect as a person and as a friend at one point in my life to be looked down on by anyone else. So it's like I don't want to talk about this, but what I will say is that it was fun at the time. It was definitely one of the hoodest things that I can say I was around. I
You were not involved.
I was not involved.
Allegedly.
I was there when it happened, but I did not
Allegedly.
participate.
Allegedly.
But all allegedly here. But I just want to say
I've got
that,
lawyer dog here.
Yeah, we got lawyer dog here. He's got just the bottom. He's just got the bottom
Perfect,
half
yeah.
of the suit on. The top half got covered in mud or something. He was filthy when he got home, and now
Someone has been a bad boy.
and now he
Someone
needs
has
a
been
bath.
a bad lawyer.
Someone's been a bad lawyer. Bad lawyer. How many retentions did you get today? Roof. And he's just like laying down on the floor with a little bottle of doggy alcohol. It's like, man, rough day at the office for lawyer dog.
Yeah, rough day at the
Rough day at the office. Bark, bark, bark. I bet his dogs were barking at the end of the day.
Oh my god.
Good Lord, they're not even dads. So yeah, for the submission, we won't talk about it. This person is a good person, and I don't want to paint anyone in a bad
$40,000,
light.
you can hear the whole thing.
For $40,000, or if you know me on a personal level, I will tell you exactly what happened if you want to come talk to me.
I've heard, and it is shocking.
It is indeed shocking.
It is shocking, and it deserves $40,000.
It does. So if you want to pay me $40,000,
We'll even do it. We'll run a one-time sale to hear Slim's story and some other goodies. $30,000.
We'll take a cool 30. Yeah.
30,000.
What is that? 33% off of the asking price?
Something.
2018.
Something.
Something. Does it ever stop? It don't.
No.
It
We're
don't.
just running up. So yeah, send us some submissions if you know us close and personally and have spent weird specific crimes with us. Let's stray away from that.
Yeah.
Everything else we'll say. We will not incriminate ourselves too much.
I will not.
Or paint anyone in a bad light. We
Yeah.
don't want to make other people sound bad. I don't like putting other people on blast on this. That's why when I use names, we get it cleared. We make sure
Right.
we're not just,
yeah.
even if it's just an anonymous submission. This was the first one where I was like, maybe we'll
a
just
little iffy.
yeah, we'll keep that tight. But yeah,
Yeah.
throw us normal submissions, questions, stories, advice.
And I mean, shit, you can call us pussies for not talking about it. I
Yeah.
don't care.
I mean, like we've addressed some submissions that we were like, ugh, and this one was the
This
one
one
where
was
we were
a
like,
little much. Yeah.
very specific. But yeah, send us other submissions. You can do that by going to www.dapperdadspodcast.com.
Yeah.
dapperdadspodcast@gmail.com. 402-7-DAPPER. That's 402-732-7737. Buy some merch, thedapperdads.com/shop. We got a hot t-shirt, hot mug. If you buy some, we'll make more shit.
Yeah.
And I think that wraps it up. We'll keep this one a little light since that last one was girthy.
Yeah, that was a big old
How do you
girthy
feel about
girl.
our albums? Have you listened to all of them? Because if you're not a Dapper Dad, or if you're a Dapper Dad's fan and you haven't listened to all of those albums front to back, You're not a Dapper Dad's fan.
Can I tell you something that pissed me off this week regarding the albums?
Yeah.
At work, we started selling the physical collector's edition of Damn, and it is numbered on the back. And so, like a piece of shit, I want to get one because they're numbered, because they're collector's items, because I'm a piece of shit, but I'm not going to do it because I refuse to pay for that album.
See, that's how they get you, with numbers. They get you with numbers.
Everything comes
and I
down
don't want to get
number.
into it, but numbers are a construct on our freedom as a person and as a human being.
Everything's
Our collective can conscious kids come back. I'm done with this. Are we done? Are we fucking done?
2018 is off to a
Woo,
rough
2018.
start. Good Lord.
I forgot it's 2018 because we're still in 2017. Hope the world
Lord.
didn't implode at
No,
midnight.
I hope it fucking did.
I mean, well, this has been a good episode, I think. So
Oh, fantastic.
after this,
episode.
we can all die.
Yeah.
We're all going to die. Buy merch. Spend all your money on us because it's not going to be around much longer.
Money's a construct. Buy gold. Bury it.
Contra.
Contra.